Well, that would bring us into the one of the topics on the list here. That would be the crazy state of Mario RPGs. Cause well, Nintendo seemingly doesn't know what the fuck to do right now. They just got off of Mario and Rabbids, and now they're going on to making Super Mario RPG remake, and now they're remaking Thousand Year Door, and also Mario and Luigi has gone bankrupt. So, where the hell are we going at this point?
Well, I mean, technically speaking, it's the studio that made the gameplay for Mario and Luigi that went bankrupt. Technically speaking, there's nothing stopping Nintendo from trying to make their own, though I really don't want to see them try because I feel like most of the original characters from Mario and Luigi came from Alpha Dream, so, you know, I imagine if they tried to make one right now, it would not be nearly as good as the originals. I honestly don't know where the fuck Nintendo is going with RPGs, because I feel like, and I know exactly what's gonna end up happening, I actually remember reading somewhere that the original dude who made Super Mario RPG showed interest in making a Super Mario RPG 2 as like his final game. I'm kind of hoping that maybe the sales from Mario RPG Remake and Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door Remake will make Nintendo realize, oh my god, the fans like the good stuff. Because I really hope we don't go back to making fucking Sticker Star-esque games, but at the same time though, y'all could be making new content if you actually tried. Like, okay, I'm not opposed to having remakes of these games. I'm not. I think that these games deserve to be played by modern audiences, especially the Thousand Year Door, because the Thousand Year Door costs an arm and a leg to get nowadays, where, you know, with Mario RPG, okay, yeah, you know, it you can't get it as easily, but at least they had a chance to get it on the Wii U or the Wii. But with the Thousand Year Door, there was no chance like that, and trying to find copies online are like $200, $300 for a copy of the Thousand Year Door. That's just a copy of the game, though. I'm not even talking about how much a GameCube would actually cost nowadays. Plus, you'd have to get a memory card, and you'd have to make sure that that shit stays in prime condition. It's like, you know, it's way too much of a hassle, and I feel like GameCube emulation requires a pretty damn good computer if you want that shit to work as intended. So it's like, you know, I can see them wanting to remake that, and actually, I wouldn't even mind them remaking more GameCube games. I mean, GameCube games, like I said, are not easy to come by, and I feel like GameCube was probably one of the better of Nintendo's console libraries. But, I mean, I'm really hoping that they learn from their mistakes and they finally realize, oh my god, this is what Paper Mario is. This is how we're supposed to do it. Because, I mean, shit. Doing so well. That's the sad thing. They were doing so damn well.
But which would you be more happy with them making a sequel of in the series, in more of the direction they're going in? Would you be more happy with them like starting off with a Super Mario RPG remake as a launch board, or would you be more happy with them just, you know, making proper sequels to Thousand Year Door?
Well, okay, first of all, proper sequel to Thousand Year Door. Super is the proper sequel to Thousand Year Door. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if it's not a full RPG. I think Super is good enough to earn the title of Thousand Year Door's successor.
Yeah, but from a gameplay perspective.
Well, I mean, personally, I'd like to see where they'd go during the Mario RPG route, because, I mean, think of all the originality they could put into it. Just think about it. Like, if they ever got a sequel to Mario RPG, they could give us characters as original as Gino and Mallow, and possibly even Luigi, who is only in the game as a credits cameo. But I mean, like, they seem to be adding new content to this game with boss refights and more post-game content. So I'm kind of hoping that they do something similar to what Armageddon ROM Hack did, in which they just kind of give us more Mario RPG content. Because, I mean, the world of Super Mario RPG, the first one, not, you know, the Mario RPGs combined, like, the first one had a pretty interesting world setup, so I wouldn't mind if they, like, made a sequel set in the same world with a new villain, and, like, kind of like what they did with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where it's, like, it's the same world, but, like, modified and altered, and with a different storyline. Like, I feel like that'd be a pretty interesting concept to explore.
Hmm.
Paper Mario is the only one of the RPG IPs that can still actually keep going. So it'd be kind of nice to see them redeem Sticker Star and the newer games. Fuck, I wouldn't even mind if they remade Sticker Star but with Paper Mario the Thousand Year Doors mechanics, but, like, you know, made it to where, you know, you've got partners, you've got EXP, but it still uses the sticker format to some degree. Like, you know, kind of give it a balance. Because, I don't know, I feel like fans deserve a proper made Sticker Star to where it doesn't suck ass and it actually is a good game. Because when you look at it beyond surface level, there is a recipe for a good game there. I mean, there is, you know, clearly someone cared about this product to have made it. But whoever the fuck made it didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Well, I think if you saw the Mario or Paper Mario Sticker Star beta image with all the partners and all the cool bosses that they had in there, and people are reading that Miyamoto apparently didn't want them making a Mario or Paper Mario game that looked too similar to A Thousand Year Door because it didn't need a good story, it didn't need good characters.
You gotta watch Chugga Conroy's review on Sticker Star, where he actually debunks the idea that it was one person to blame, and that actually it was a whole bunch of creative decisions that led to Sticker Star being a failure. It's not just Miyamoto, it's not just some other guy, it's a mix of different people. But it's like, we can't just keep blaming Miyamoto for one thing that he said, because Miyamoto, in theory, his words are not entirely final on any project. Just because he says, I don't want this to be like this, doesn't mean that the team has to listen. He's not the boss over there, is what I'm trying to say. But, like, you're right. You're absolutely right. What he said could have led to that decision, but I'm not going to say Miyamoto ruined Paper Mario, down with Miyamoto, because as bad as the decisions were, bro also led to some really good shit coming out.
I think he has his own philosophy, you know. I think it's true to an extent that not every Mario game needs a good story or very in-depth characters to actually be a good game. But, like,
if you want to count a game with not a good story, technically, if you look at it, the Mario and Luigi games are just the same story repainted, but people still liked them. But see, that's the thing. It's not just a good story that makes a good Mario game. And I think that's where he's coming from. Because some Mario games are fun purely because of, like, new mechanics or, you know, cool ideas. But Sticker Star, I feel like its issue was it had good ideas, but it wasn't executing them in a way that made them good.
Yeah, and I think it was made worse with the I think to me, Sticker Star might have actually been better than Color Splash, because with Color Splash, you also had the Wii U problem, which was having to look between, you have to go on the touch screen on the gamepad and then flip the card up to the big TV screen, and then you press the A button.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think Color Splash is better in the writing department, because I feel like Huey as a partner is better in every single way than Kirsty, and I'll fight you on that one. I think he's a better character, and I also kind of like that they gave the villain some like an origin. Granted, it was really stupid, but I mean, it was an origin nonetheless. I mean, bro had a backstory. But you're right. The combat mechanics were even shittier, and I feel like the whole idea of proper thing sticker is required was even worse in Color Splash. Because okay, at least with Sticker Star, you could have won the bosses if you didn't have the thing. It would have been hard, but you could have won. But in Color Splash, it's if you don't have the right card, well, fuck you. You know, you made it so far, nah, fuck you. You're just gonna die anyway. Also, fun fact, it has been proven that Kirsty is useless until you have the thing that's required, but you don't have it in your inventory. So, like, if you've never seen the thing, she'll never tell you, like, oh, you need this. You have to use your brain. Which is stupid, because how am I supposed to know I'm gonna need something if there's no indicator of it?
I mean, I don't know. You would stock up on good stickers and then save them for the boss fights. At that, I mean,
like, you don't know what thing stickers are going to be important and not. There's 64 of them, and only a few of them are ever used in the game. So it's like, how the fuck am I supposed to know? But I mean, I don't know. I never really had that problem until World 5, where I needed a fucking goat sticker in a damn junkyard. Like, I kind of thought, oh, I'd use a vacuum cleaner. But I don't think you're supposed to. You're supposed to use the damn goat. Or, actually, I don't even know what the fuck I don't even know how the damn solution was. I think it was goat, but I don't remember. But I mean, my point is, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, personally, I don't think Sticker Star was as bad as people say it is. I mean, now granted, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's in my top 5 games. But I mean, I thought it was decent enough. Like, I don't think it was a good game, but I thought it was decent. Like, it was okay. Nah, I completely get the hate on Color Splash. Though I feel like in some aspects it did better, but at the same time, can't y'all just do one thing right, please?
like, I don't know. I think Sticker Star would have. Like, it's a handheld game. First Paper Mario game on a handheld. You know, I think it would get a pass if it was only Sticker Star and nothing else. They didn't do that again. But the balls that Nintendo had to put a proper Sticker Star sequel on the Wii U, of all things, that was crazy.
I think that's what makes it worse, is the fact that they're rubbing salt in the wound by doing it again. I think that's what makes Color Splash so bad, is that, because really, it's just Sticker Star with paint and cards.
Yeah.
But the idea is that Nintendo had the asinine philosophy to try to do it again. And, bro, I honestly can't believe that people actually tried to petition against it. People didn't even want it coming out. Like, they were angry before release day. Because one trailer is all it takes to ruin the entire fan base. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like Origami King tanked as badly as it did because the community was probably traumatized from Sticker Star and Color Splash, and like, oh dear Jesus, not another one.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I honestly, because I've never played Origami King, so I don't know if it's good or not. I don't even know. I mean, the battle system looks like it's in a better direction, but I mean, it's not a puzzle game, bro. It's a fucking RPG. Like, how do you fuck this up?
Yeah, but on like a final note though, like, would you be interested in them bringing back Mario and Luigi?
I think Mario and Luigi was the only series that they didn't actually royally fuck up to the degree of Paper Mario. But I feel like eventually Nintendo's creative tinkering would lead to some very questionable decisions.
Yeah.
See, that's my thing. I feel like Nintendo, if you've noticed, has a history of tinkering with formulas to see if it works. And I feel like with RPGs, if you tinker with it too much, it kind of ruins everything. Like, you have to really know how to tinker with an RPG to make it work. Like, okay, the Mario and Luigi series are a good example of how you properly tinker with a series. But, like, they never fucked with the core battle mechanics. They just tinkered with exploration. Paper Mario is where they tinkered with combat, and look how far it got them.
Yeah.
It wasn't even an original Mario and Luigi game that ruined the fucking series. It was a remake of the third game. Because y'all couldn't be bothered to just stop. Like, okay.
Well, they couldn't be bothered to put it on a console that was already getting, outclassed by the Nintendo Switch.
They made the effort to put it on Switch. They could have kept the graphical overhaul. Because, and I'm just gonna say it, graphically speaking, Inside Story Deluxe is a beautiful game. It looks really good. But then you've got the soundtrack quality, and then you've got the gameplay changes, and it's just like, why did we have to change all this? Like, the whole point of making a remake is to make something better. But I feel like when you remake something that's already that good, you're bound to fuck it up. Just give it a graphical overhaul, give it a better soundtrack, don't fuck with it anymore. Because the odds are, if you fuck with it any further than that, you're just bound to make mistakes.
Yeah, and on my script here, I had for my ranking video, I said for Mario and Luigi, the first thing I said was, unlike Paper Mario, this series never even had a chance to fall off a cliff and survive limping on the floor.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I feel like they played it fairly safe with Mario and Luigi. Okay, again, notice that they never touched the main battle mechanics. Well, okay, that's not entirely true, because the only thing that they changed was how special attacks and how badges operated. But, like, even then, they were such minute changes in the long run that it's like, you really didn't care that badges now require a meter and can be activated in-game versus just acting as an accessory slot. But I mean, like, the changes weren't bad. And they weren't, I mean, it wasn't advertised, oh my god, badges can be used in battle now and give you effects. Nah, what was advertised was, you get to play inside of Bowser's fucking body.
Well, to me, I mean, Origami King would be more acceptable because Origami King has a totally far out battle system compared to any other game, while Sticker Star and Color Splash have basically the same battle system, but you have cards instead of normal moves.
I mean, shit, at least...
And they're worse than they were before.
Well, yeah, because it takes you a bajillion years to fucking play a card.
Exactly.
I mean, I feel like what they should do is just give Mario infinite number of hammer and jump, but just, like, make the stickers special attacks, like what they did with fucking Partners in Time. Where it's like, yes, you have to go out of your way and buy or find them, but I mean, like, at least I can do something in battle and not fucking run away. Like, come on.
Nah, if they were like bros attacks instead of just jump, like different version of jump and hammer, like, that'd be crazy.
Well, and then that's another thing too. Like, if they added in partners, maybe they could have been the first game to actually give Partners and Mario a fucking special attack that involved their cooperation. Like, I find it hard to believe that these are his partners, yet he never does any sort of combination attack with any of them. Also, I don't know. I feel like the Mario and Luigi series, I don't know. But see, that's another thing in the Mario and Luigi too, is like, fundamentally it's Mario and Luigi running around, but each subsequent entry gave us new characters to play with. Granted, Dream Team kind of kept it similar to Superstar Saga, but I mean, Dreamy Luigi existed, and we all know damn well that Bro was not the same as regular Luigi. I mean, it's heavily implied that even though they're similar, they're not, because Dreamy Luigi had abilities that Luigi couldn't even think of, but that was the thing, though. This Luigi was made for the Dream World, and battles in Dream Team's Dream World were just Mario, which I thought was pretty cool, because, you know, it kind of subverts your expectation. Like, you'd think, oh, Luigi gets to be playable, right? Nah, it's just Mario.
Mm.
And they still made it work. They still made the special attacks work. I don't like the fact that they had to use the goddamn gyroscope. I think the gyroscope sucks ass, but I mean, you know, it worked.
So, thoughts on Princess Peach Showtime?
I think it's gonna be lit. I mean, I think that Princess Peach doing Magical Girl-esque shenanigans looks pretty fun.
I mean, would you be more interested in them making a Super Princess Peach sequel, though?
Not really, because I feel like them doing that just kind of ruins the point of, like, I don't know. Personally, I wasn't really the biggest fan of Super Princess Peach, so to say it should get a sequel, I mean, you know, I'm sure a lot of people liked it, but I wouldn't mind Princess Peach getting all these, like, different type of games. Just don't do what they did with Yoshi and ruin them.
Mm.
Like, they did Yoshi poorly. But I'm hoping that See, that's the thing, though. Princess Peach, we never fully explored her, like, in terms of gameplay. So it's like, we don't know what the fuck Princess Peach is capable of. The Mario and Luigi series seems to imply that she's got magic. So it makes sense to give her a Magical Girl-esque game. I think it'd be kind of cool if it was a game with just the Mario princesses working together to save the usual knights in shining armor from Bowser, or even if they gave an original villain.
Well,
I wouldn't even mind if Bowser got a video game.
I honestly don't know how I feel about it, because to me, Super Princess Peach knew what it wanted to be, and that was a platformer. But Princess Peach Showtime doesn't have a genre. Like, it's one of those games that is a mixture of probably every genre you can think of off the top of your head, but like in one. And if you keep jumping between platforming, beat 'em up, you start to get like, you know, it starts to become like kind of mediocre as a whole, because it's not focused in on one specific genre.
To be honest, I kind of wish that they would do what Kirby did and just give Princess Peach a shit ton of abilities while making it a platformer.
Yeah.
Only, I mean, you know, obviously if they did that, it'd be very obviously, oh my god, this is just Kirby with Princess Peach. But I mean, fucking Princess Peach wouldn't play the same as fucking Kirby. Also, they're both Nintendo IPs. Who the fuck cares? See, I don't know. I feel
I want to see. No, I want to see more of Super Princess Peach with the mood swings.
well, and they could very easily map it to LR, ZL, ZR for each emotion. Now, I wouldn't be opposed to them adding a couple new emotions. Like, add some more.
An emotion-based platformer would be sick, because like, yo, Princess Peach getting like hella pissed, like a lot of stuff could come out of that just alone.
Well, I mean, we already have an emotion-based RPG, and look how well that did.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind if, like, they kind of played around with the emotion system like Amori did. Like, you know, maybe add certain levels would give Princess Peach, like, a fear-based emotion, and you just have to run instead of fighting. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the emotion system is definitely cool, but I feel like combine the emotions with the idea with like magical power-ups, and you've got yourself a solid idea. And I definitely play it. Now, am I going to buy Princess Peach Showtime? I don't know. I have to see more of I have to see more of the game first. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I'm there for the content, bro. I have to do it. I mean, I'm there for the content. I gotta see at least what the hell this game is going for, because honestly, I don't know what it is.
Why would Nintendo just re-released old Mario games, but with Princess Peach as the main character? I mean, we know it's possible, but I mean, this one. See, that's the thing, though. It's not like the 3D Mario games where it's like Princess Peach is just Mario, but she can float. They're giving her an identity, and I like that.
Mm.
How many years in Nintendo's existence did it take for them to finally decide to give Princess Peach something? Like, that's the thing. This is one of the most important characters. This is the end goal of every Mario game, and they're finally giving her a fucking game. Like, I feel like they should have done this way sooner.
I don't know. I don't know.
Y'all should have made a Princess Peach franchise. I mean, if they kept it original enough and they made it different enough from Mario, but still cool, like, I feel like it would have done really well.
Hmm.
Fuck, they gave Toad a fucking franchise game, and that did pretty damn good. Why the fuck doesn't Princess Peach get one?
I just don't know, man. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be kind of like average at best, to be honest.
Well, like I said, it's way too early to tell because the game's supposed to be coming out next year sometime, so it's like, you know, maybe it'll get better, but nah, for right now, I'm not really know if I'm it. I mean, like I said, I thought Super Princess Peach was pretty decent. I know I actually gave it a chance, but I don't know, something about it didn't really make me want to keep playing it. Maybe I'll revisit it again in the future, but I don't think it's a bad game. This just looks like Nintendo's experimenting again, only this time they're choosing to use a safe character because, well, they haven't really ruined Princess Peach yet, even though they kind of did by giving her that basic-ass personality and the idea of she's nothing more than a glorified end goal. So, you know, I'm kind of hoping that in this game, Mario ends up getting kidnapped, because I thought that was probably one of the coolest things that Super Princess Peach did, was that, oh, instead of Mario being the hero, he's the damsel in distress this time. You gotta go save Mario.
Hmm.
It kind of, you know, changes everything. Plus, this game has an original villain exclusive to Princess Peach that isn't fucking Bowser.
Hmm. Well, I just hope they don't go too far in the other direction, because, I don't know, I wasn't quite the biggest fan of, Princess Peach in the Mario movie. I mean, like, it just didn't feel like Princess Peach. Like, Princess Peach, you know, she can kick ass unintentionally, but, like, she's not like a girl boss. I don't know.
I feel like if Princess Peach Showtime had like a couple like new abilities per world or like per level, and kind of made each like world themed off of a certain gameplay, I feel like that would be pretty sick. Where it's like, you know, each area has its own unique collection of abilities that you get to use, and then like later on you get to use them in other areas. Because then it's like, you know, each area kind of has its own identity. Like, okay, you know, one area is detective theme, one area is this theme. But I feel like if they were more contained, I think that would be pretty interesting, because it's like each area acts as its own game, but it's not. I don't know. I mean, from what I saw in the trailer, it just gives Princess Peach abilities related to that ability. I don't think it actually changed the gameplay that much. The idea is that I think it's going to be a 3D exploration game, kind of like Luigi's Mansion. Only instead of a poltergeist, it's Princess Peach doing whatever the fuck she needs to with whatever the hell kind of ability she's got. I don't know. Like, is it like a wand this time? Like what's giving her the transformations?
She's got this partner. I don't.
Oh, is it Perry? Because I think they should bring him back.
Yeah, no, it's not him. It's this like, I don't know. I think it was a sunflower. But thoughts on F-Zero? Because a lot of people aren't very happy about the new F-Zero game. and I think it's fairly all right.
I mean, shit. At least Nintendo's recognizing F-Zero as a valid thing again.
Exactly. I mean, like,
I wouldn't mind if they kept making new F-Zero games. I mean, shit. You know?
I mean, it fills a void for sure, because, you know, there's not, like, every kart racer game out there right now is basically Mario Kart, but Mario Kart in, mechanic wise, not in name, but
Nintendo relies way too heavily on its good IPs and not the more obscure good ones. Like, okay, that's the thing. Nowadays, you can count on only a few Nintendo IPs getting the job done. You've got Mario, Legend of Zelda, Kirby, and maybe Metroid. But, like, that's it. And no, you can't really say Pokemon, because Pokemon, though it may be... I don't consider Pokemon to be Nintendo. It's its own thing, I think. But I mean, that's the thing, though. It's just the same IPs every time being the mains. So, you know, it'd be kind of nice if they brought back some of their older ones and did older stuff.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, like, there's no other racing game series out there like F-Zero right now.
And to be honest, I feel like that'd be kind of cool if Nintendo was like, oh yeah, no, y'all, there's more than Mario Kart.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is, like, with F-Zero 99, I think they're just testing the waters to see if people are interested.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're dropping this free F-Zero Battle Royale on the Switch, you know, if you guys, you know, if this gets enough downloads, you know, maybe we'll make another F-Zero game.
I'm kind of hoping that's what happens. I never really played F-Zero, so I can't really tell you for sure if I like it, but, you know, it's good that Nintendo's doing more things.
For sure, for sure. I mean, I saw something about Nintendo not wanting to make another F-Zero game because they don't know how to, or what kind of, like, gimmick to put in the next one. They think they've peaked with the GameCube game, but I don't know. I don't think every sequel needs to have something, like, entirely brand new to shake it up. Like, I don't know. You could just refine what already works.
Yeah, I mean, look at Mario Kart. Not every Mario Kart game has a new mechanic to it, and look at how good they turned out.
Well, to Nintendo, they think, well, I mean, they added the glider in Mario Kart 7, they added tricks in Mario Kart Wii.
Okay, tell me the difference in mechanics from from Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64, other than, oh my god, it's Mario Kart in 3D. Fucking super.
Well, since Double Dash, they've done something, like, crazy with every game. Like,
the difference between 7 and 8. Oh, actually, never mind. 7 and 8. Hold up. Wii and DS were fundamentally the same.
eh. I mean,
Okay, actually, nah, that's a lie. Wii did have tricks, but, like, still, I mean, DS fundamentally plays the same as the older games, but just on a DS.
I think it's a pass because it's on the DS.
I mean, they could have added something new to it, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. They could have tried to add something new, but they didn't.
I mean, Mario Kart 7 got the paraglider, though. I don't know. I don't think F-Zero needs to reinvent the wheel every single time.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I feel like Nintendo needs to learn that if it's not broken, don't fix it.
I mean, it's not like GameCube Rev really changes Mario Kart 8 anyways. Like, I mean, you run it, you bump into somebody, you get a little boost, and you bump them back a little bit.
Not revolutionary. I honestly forget that that's a system until I accidentally do it. But I think 8 was leaning more towards the idea of, oh, you get to go upside down, but like that was, it's not really noticeable. Like it doesn't really do anything to change the gameplay. It's just the carts look different now.
The wheels are sideways.
Name one course where the anti-gravity actually does something significant to gameplay.
I mean, there's not. There's nothing really.
Graphically, yeah, the cards look different and they're blue, but like fundamentally, it's just a regular track.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I don't really know what 8 did that was really special.
I mean, yeah, you just don't like. I don't know. I think the hate's kind of overblown. Like, people just need to calm down. And speaking of people needing to calm down, Nintendo Switch 2. What do you think about the Nintendo Switch 2?
I'm really hoping that the new console, if they ever make one, isn't just a Switch 2. I kind of hope that they do something more similar and more akin to a 3DS, or maybe I don't know. I think the Switch is good, but making a Switch sequel, like, okay, I get it. It did really well, but I mean, like, y'all really should just make a console that's more like the GameCube, in the sense that it's just a goddamn console. At the same time, the idea of a handheld console like the Switch is cool, but at the same time, you gotta put into consideration that because Nintendo Switch is supposed to act as a handheld and a home console, its power isn't nearly as strong as an Xbox or PlayStation. So I think that if Nintendo made a full-ass home console, they could be doing some real good shit, bro. They could be making games on the same level as newer Xbox games. But I mean, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think hardware has been too much of a problem for Nintendo Switch nowadays. I mean, look at how many Xbox and PlayStation games were able to make it over in some capacity. I mean, people can make games for all consoles. You just gotta put a little bit of effort to making a Switch port. I mean, the Switch isn't a bad console, but I feel like just making sequels to the Switch is gonna eventually lead to the same problem that we had with the Wii and DS, in the sense that you're trying to improve on something that was already fine to begin with. I feel like if Nintendo just made something completely original, that would be perfectly fine.
But don't you love having 500 people post the same leak in in your YouTube feed?
No, I think it's stupid. I feel like the Nintendo Switch is one of those consoles that just, I don't know if it'll ever truly die, because there's still so much shit Nintendo can do with it.
I mean, I don't think it, like, when you're playing the Switch, do you really do you ever really think, like, oh my god, I'm having a terrible time? Like, bro, like, this needs to be 4K.
No, because I don't really give two shits. I'm just... See... I feel like... My bad. Anyway. I feel like sometimes simpler is better. And, I mean... Nintendo Switch games still look smexy as hell. I don't care what the fuck resolution it is. They still look hot as shit.
Yeah, if Nintendo wants to make a good-looking game, they will. I mean, Luigi's Mansion 3 already proves that. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, you can go down the list. I mean, Metroid Prime Remastered is, like, one of the best-looking games on the system.
Make the Nintendo Switch games look bad. Like, okay, fucking Pokemon, for example. Yeah, okay, Sword and Shield looks a little bit bad, but I mean, can you blame them? They only gave the game a fucking year to cook. If they would have let that shit cook a little bit longer, Sword and Shield would have looked fucking phenomenal.
Hmm.
I mean, shit, bro. Look at fucking Mario Odyssey, bro. That shit's hot.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a near launch title.
Yeah, it's more about art direction than it is about the games not being.
Here's the thing. Nintendo was never known for making realistic games. Nintendo's all about being cartoony and fun because Nintendo appeals to all ages. I feel like if they started making overly realistic Mario games, it wouldn't be good because kids wouldn't see the appeal in it anymore. Because Nintendo is all about family. It's all about everyone being able to enjoy things together. And so I feel like kids are more entertained and more turned on by you know, pretty colors and cartoony stuff, not overly realistic. I mean, even Fortnite, despite being a first-person shooter, still has that cartoony, colorful style that Call of Duty just doesn't really have. So I think that the day Nintendo decides to start making overly realistic games is the day that I think Nintendo just shot their foot. Even fucking Tears of the Kingdom, and I've seen trailers, still, you know, very colorful, very beautiful, yet cartoony game. Like, there are still cartoony graphics. And just because the game's not realistic does not mean that shit cannot look good. I have seen, like, Nintendo's really good with making good-looking cartoony games. It's just how they are.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny how you go back and you look at Wind Waker compared to Twilight Princess, and you're like, God damn, Twilight Princess looks like garbage. But you go back and look at Wind Waker, you're like, man, this game looks incredible.
Yeah. And here's my thing, too. I feel like with Legend of Zelda, it's either incredibly cartoony or it just looks a little bit more serious, but it never looks fucking straight like it came out of real life. That'd be horrifying. Like, could you imagine a Mario game where the enemies look fucking realistic? Could you imagine what they would look like when they got to Bowser?
Goomba. The realistic Goombas.
Fucking Sonic tried to do that on the Xbox 360. We all know how that went. But see, I don't think Sonic 06's problem was the fact that it looked ugly. I think the problem was just fucking shitty game design and horrible coding.
Yeah. I just recorded the Pokemon segment in my video, and it was mostly about Scarlet and Violet, and I was like, you know, Scarlet and Violet wasn't a bad game, it just didn't have enough time to cook. Like, if the game ran at a proper 60 FPS, nobody would have a problem with it.
Well, that's the thing. Pokemon expects each year to have a new Pokemon game. What they need to realize is that good games aren't made in a year. You need at least 3 to 5 years to make a good fucking banger. Why do you think fucking Mario games take so damn long to cook? Like, they're not made overnight, unless they're ports, in which case, you know, that might not take so long. But I mean, personally speaking, you can't just keep pumping out games and expect quality to get better. Pokemon needs to realize that quality over quantity is how you're supposed to do it. Like, okay, who cares if we don't get a new Pokemon game for the next 3 to 5 years? At least we're gonna know the next one's gonna fucking slap. Like, they're holding themselves back. They're their own enemy, because these games should not be getting worse. You know, realistically, yeah, of course they're gonna get worse if you're not giving them that much time to fucking cook. But I mean, like, if you actually took the time to make a proper game, maybe this shit wouldn't be so bad. Maybe Scarlet and Violet would have actually done really well. I thought the direction they were going with Scarlet and Violet was pretty damn good. I mean, fuck, Sword and Shield wouldn't have looked so goddamn ugly.
I mean, the thing is, like, I think Scarlet and Violet was actually the best game in the series, even with the problems, but, you know, with those problems, people, you know, they're just, you know, they blast the game for reasons that the development team really didn't have nothing to do with. You think they wanted to? They wanted to take? Do you think they wanted to bring that out?
No.
It wasn't done cooking. I mean, it's still a good recipe. You know, like, you know, you have the proper ingredients in there. It's just, you know, it was undercooked.
That's how they all are, though. Like, all the games are undercooked as fuck.
Yeah.
Realistically, the fact that they even had to go back and redo the older games really lets you know how well cooked they were. They had to do Sun and Moon twice before they finally got that shit right properly. Like, why couldn't we have gotten Ultra Sun from the damn start?
Yeah.
Like, that's my thing. The fact that they had to go back and redo Sun and Moon a year after doing Sun and Moon lets you know how little they let these games cook.
Well, I think it's funny because, you know, you have them on the DS and on all the handhelds, and they were a handheld developer. They worked within the confines of a handheld. And, you know, for what the handheld was worth, you know, they did a really good job. But with the, you know, making a handheld game on a Nintendo Switch, you know, I don't think it's going so well for them.
I don't think your company is off to a good start when your first game is a Let's Go style is a Pokemon Go style remake of Pokemon Yellow. I don't know.
I think they probably at least need more people.
I feel like Pokemon's biggest issue is that they make every game way too similar to the last one. Like, I feel like if you've played one Pokemon game, you've played them all.
I mean, I don't even think Scarlet and Violet is that different from a gameplay perspective.
It's not. They're fundamentally the same shit because Scarlet and Violet did shit that fucking Sword and Shield did.
And Scarlet and Violet, for what it's worth, I mean, you know, it's fully open world. It's fully open world, so, you know, it's what everybody was asking for.
But I mean, like, in terms of Pokemon in the overworld, Sword and Shield and Legends Arceus did that.
True, but it was never an open world game. Like, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
The idea of Pokemon being the overworld and the idea of riding on Pokemon, like, we've already done this shit before. Like, the only thing that we're really getting from this is open world. But I mean, again, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like if they tried to do something different, more than just, oh look, now you can actually travel anywhere the fuck you want to.
No, give Scarlet and Violet a graphical overhaul and make it to where all the level caps are like raised depending on how many gym badges you have, and literally the best game ever made.
Exactly. I don't know. I feel like Pokemon games are way too similar. And, you know, I think that's it.
Make it look like Studio Ghibli. Just make it look like a fucking anime.
I wouldn't mind a Pokemon game in the style of the fucking anime. I think that'd be fucking sick. But, you know, I mean, but no, like I said, I mean, fundamentally, the core mechanics of Pokemon have been the exact same since Red and Blue.
Yeah, exactly. No, and I think the beginning of all this really started when they said Sword and Shield is not going to have every Pokemon anymore. And people really got upset by that, but, you know, really, I understand it. I mean, sure, they could add every Pokemon in like the games right now, but you gotta realize, like, there's over 1,000 at this point, and it's only gonna grow. What you think they're gonna add in, like, in years' time when they have like over 5,000 Pokemon in the in the overall series? You think they're gonna put that in every single game?
My thing is, right, for how many Pokemon there are, how many of them are just fucking bad. Like, how many Pokemon out of the over 1,000 are not worth? Like, you gotta realize, right? Out of 1,000 Pokemon, how many of them are actually worth having and are actually worth trying to get? Like, not all 1,000 of them are good Pokemon. Some of them suck fucking ass. So it's like, you know, okay, if they have all 1,000 Pokemon in the game, are you really going to go out and get all of them when some of them are genuinely trash? Like, can you in good faith tell me that? Because here's my thing. I'd rather you limit my options because at least then I know that I'm going to get something good. I don't want to have over 1,000 options and make it seem like every fucking region all over again. Like, I'm tired of seeing Kanto Pokemon. I'm gonna be completely fucking real with you. I wish they'd let Kanto fucking die already. I'm tired of seeing it. Like, y'all need to realize, Red and Blue is over. Stop trying. Alright? You know, certain Kanto Pokemon, you know, I love them. You gotta love the original 151. Y'all need to let them fucking die already. It's been how many years? If you want to get Kanto Pokemon, go back and play fucking Red and Blue. Like, I kind of like the idea of each region having its own collection of Pokemon and feeling more self-contained. Because the minute you open up the national decks, then it's just like, what's the point in having new Pokemon anymore if y'all are just gonna go collect the old ones? Like, come on. I like the idea of a region being comprised of only new Pokemon until endgame. Because then it kind of makes it seem, you know, then it kind of makes the newer Pokemon feel special. Because now you kind of have to use them, and then you'll realize, oh my god, some of these are genuine deep cuts compared to fucking Kanto. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I saw somebody make a video, like, and I had it pop up in my feed. It was, the title was, Pokemon fans need to choose between quantity versus quality. And that's kind of the, you know, I think that's kind of the sentiment.
I mean, that's what I said, because, okay, realistically speaking, out of every single Pokemon, how many of them are actually good? I'm talking design-wise, I'm talking, like, gameplay-wise, how many of them will you actually use? Fucking most of the Pokemon that you catch sit in your damn box, waiting for later. Like, come on, I know damn well that not every single Pokemon is worth catching.
Yeah, I have that problem with my Fortnite locker, because I have like over 100 skins, and that's not anywhere close to 1,000 Pokemon. And you know, you think I use every single skin that I own in Fortnite?
Exactly. Like, what is the point in this? Like, why do you need over 1,000 options? I feel like a few hundred options per game is fine.
Yeah.
Shit, I feel like nowadays, you know, because we're in Gen 9, I feel like y'all shouldn't even bother using Pokemon before Gen 4 or 3. Like, y'all should just be keeping it new. There is enough new Pokemon to where if I only included Pokemon from Gen 5 onwards, you would still have a damn good selection.
Yeah. I don't know. Something's got to give. I mean, the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just came out, and I think it looks really good, actually. I mean, I think the the Pokemon designs this generation are very, very good.
I gotta play more of the newer games, bro. I gotta stop limiting myself to playing them in order because Fire Red is fucking annoying as shit. I'm sorry. I don't know how anyone can like the first generation, bro. It sucks. I don't like it at all.
Whoa. Hot takes.
Okay. Let me step back. When you started on the third generation's remake and you've been playing Generation 7 and 8, going back to Gen 1 feels like a fucking colossal step back. Because it is just so much fucking harder. Like, okay, I guess you could say we'll get good, but like, here's the thing though. I feel like the newer games fucking hold your hand way too much because Gen 1 should not be this fucking hard. Like, I'm not even two gyms in and I have to fucking grind, bro. I have to fucking grind for the second gym. Like, it's annoying as shit having to run around constantly leveling up Pokemon just so you can beat a single hurdle and then have to do it again for the next one. It's not fucking fun.
I don't know.
Game Boy games suck because, you know, I think fucking Gold and Silver was pretty damn good. Like, I don't know, I like newer Pokemon games. Like, I'm sorry, I like the newer ones. I think the older ones, you know, they're fine. But, like, I'm not gonna go back and play the original Red and Blue. I'm gonna stick with Fire Red. I don't give a shit if people... Well, I mean, actually, people think that Fire Red and Leaf Green are better anyway.
Yeah, I mean... You know, I think there's a... You know, this is a parallel with... It's another parallel with Fortnite, but people say Fortnite was better when it first came out. Fortnite was better in Chapter 1. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, but the thing is, they don't miss Fortnite when it was in Chapter 1. They miss Fortnite, the memories they had with Fortnite back then. They don't think the game was better back then. They miss the times that they had playing Fortnite back then.
I think you're right, because going back and playing Gen 1, yeah, I don't get where all the praise is coming from. This game is just no. This is not the kind of Pokemon that I like. And I know, you know, you can call me weak for not wanting to play the original games, but I mean, fuck me, man. The whole point of playing a game is to have fun, and if I'm not enjoying myself, it's not a good game. In my eyes, anyway. You know, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna fight me over the fact that I don't like Kanto. But I mean, my thing is, who the fuck cares? Like, it is the same game as the other ones. Like, if I don't like one entry, I feel like it's just not for me. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, if the rest of Fire Red's gonna require this much grinding, fuck that, I'm not doing it. I'd rather not.
I don't know, I think the only reason people play the older Pokemon games ever, like nowadays, is because they want to like do a Nuzlocke or they want to do a randomizer.
Playing this shit just because.
Yeah. Or they want like some very specific Pokemon they can only get in that game with, you know, competitive moves and stats, and then they like Pokemon bank it.
Once you've seen what the modernization of the series can do, you don't want to go back to the classics because the moderns do it better.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, to me, Let's Go was better than any Kanto game, to be honest.
Well, because Let's Go wasn't a fucking grind fest.
Yeah, exactly. What was another game from the Direct?
WarioWare Move It.
Yeah, thoughts on WarioWare.
I mean, I feel like the best entry was either Smooth Moves or Gold. I don't know. I've only played those two entries, and I thought they were pretty damn solid.
I mean, the only entry I have interest in is DIY, because people made some hentai minigames with that.
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You know, I feel like, again, WarioWare is one of those series where it's like, if you've played one, you've played them all.
Yeah.
Because fundamentally speaking, they are the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a couple have motion controls, you know, a couple have the DIY, you know, you got the... Well, speaking of not wanting to go through shit again, thoughts on Mario vs. Donkey Kong? Oh my god, what a transition.
That I played was the one Miniland Mayhem, I think. I don't know, I'm not really the biggest fan of that series. Props to whoever the fuck likes it, but I'm not really a big fan. I just kind of wish the toys were actual marketable toys. Like, I'd collect the fuck out of those. Those things, they're fucking adorable.
The minis.
Bro, I think Nintendo would fucking bank on releasing the minis as actual figures.
Yeah, I'd take a couple minifigures. Hell, you know, Mario, Mini Peach, Mini DK, Mini Wario. The Mini Wario would be nice.
Not gonna lie, I kind of liked the minis on the. My God, what the fuck? I don't remember what the fuck one it was. It was one of the DS games, but like, I actually thought when I was younger, what if these were real things that I could actually buy? Not, you know, maybe they are, but I've never seen anyone with mini Marios. I'd like to think that see, Nintendo needs to make these little things real, bro. People would have so much fun collecting these damn things.
I think maybe they're probably gonna do a mini amiibo set at some point.
Like them being like, okay, see, they should be released as capsule toys, because that's what the fuck they are. They're just over-glorified capsule toys.
Yeah, and I think in the second Mario vs. Donkey Kong game on the DS, they like the story was that, oh my god, they were like releasing these mini toys and like they were like super popular. And now Mario has a mini army to like go against Donkey Kong now.
That's the thing, right? Originally it was just Mario was trying to make toys and then Donkey Kong steals them. But now it's just it ain't even Mario versus Donkey Kong anymore. It's fucking toys versus Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I think they're going I think that's probably the reason why they're going back to just the Game Boy version, because that game is true to its title. This game really is just Mario versus Donkey Kong. Like, the newer games are just fucking same ass gameplay, but also I'm pretty sure you can actually directly control Mario in the old game, but like in the mini game, it's just watching these little toys go through a fucking level, and they're fucking slow as shit. You know, some people might find the appeal, but I don't really see it. Like, I think the one game that I had on DS was pretty cool. Plus, you know, you got to make your own levels, and, you know, I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
But if I want to make my own Mario levels, I have Mario Maker 2. I can just make a Mario level and actually have someone play through it.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool to have a mini game, or not a mini game, but a game with the minis that you could just like do a creation tool with, like a Mario Maker, just minis. But Mario vs. Donkey Kong, wow! I was looking at the UI, and the UI just does not look good. Like, you should look at the live UI, and like, it looks stock. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it just looks like a JPEG that they found on like Google, and they put it in the top left corner. Like, it does not look good.
Yeah, well, I mean, because you're taking a game that didn't really have much of a UI and giving it one. I hate to say. Yeah, Nintendo's newer UIs are just kind of meh.
Bro, they got the clock UI from Super Mario 3D World and put it in there. Oh my god.
Oh man, that's not cool, bro. They should make their own fucking UI, bro. Come on.
Bro, I gotta send you a picture of this. This looks fucking hilarious.
This is fucking graphic design. How the fuck do you fuck this up?
Oh my god, bro. This is literally the most generic shit I've ever seen.
Oh my god. Dude, what is up with that fucking Mario render for the damn life counter?
Exactly. I'm like, what the hell is this, stock?
Mario UI from 3D World. Like, at least y'all would have been using good UI.
Bro, it's literally the clock from 3D World.
Also, why are we going back to fucking lives?
I don't know why a Mario and Donkey Kong game needs lives, but
Did the original game have lives?
I don't even know.
Okay, here's my thing though. None of the fucking mini games had lives. Like, if you die, you just try again, asshole. Like, you don't need lives.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like Mario games aren't easier without lives. I feel like they're the same difficulty. I feel like lives are just stupid. Because if you're a good gamer, you won't need fucking lives. Your life count will be maxed out.
Yeah.
Because here, my thing is, lives. Okay, I get it. Back then, if you ran out of lives, you get a game over, and you have to start the fucking game again. But nowadays, with saves, it doesn't fucking matter if I get a damn game over because I just continue as if it was another live lost.
I mean, I think the reason why older games had lives was because they wanted to pad out what the game length was. And because in these games, if you think about it, Mario, like the original Super Mario, didn't have a lot of content, and you could breeze through that game within 10 minutes if you really wanted to, and you got good at it. But you have limited amount of lives. You have to restart the game over and over again. It adds up on the time. You feel like you got your money's worth. Nah, if you go back and you play Mario 3 didn't have a save system, and that really shows.
Oh my god. No, Mario 3 needed one. That game was fucking long.
No, and I've heard horror stories, right? Because people, they online, they say, oh, I used to play Mario 3 back in the day, and I remember I would leave the console on. I would leave the console and I would turn the TV off. And if somebody came around and turned the fucking console off, it was a nightmare. Because you'd have to restart it over again. All the way. Mario Kart.
Oh boy. Okay. You want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad they're adding those characters, though I feel like they need to add the fucking... Okay. They need to add costumes for the Mario characters, similar to how they added Mii costumes. Y'all need to have fucking Tor costumes, and then this game is perfect.
Yeah, I think some reskins and some alts would be cool, like a Smash Brothers game.
No, but I mean just make the alts as selectable as as the Mii costumes, bro. Y'all could have this.
You have the Shy Guys and the Yoshis in alternate colors. You could make those slots with other character slots. Just make Mario with the King costume, or
Well, no, they just gotta add the most popular alts. Just make the alts the most pulled for alts, and you've got yourself a good lineup.
No, I would definitely go for that diva, Pauline. With the she kind of looks like a disco ball. Oh my god, you gotta see that. That's honestly, I'd pull for her, but I think the game's gonna die, so I'm kind of scared.
Bro, after they announced the fact that there's gonna be no more content, they're literally just... Well, they can't, because it's still making them a shit ton of money.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't heard people talking about it, but I know there's people out there playing it. There has to be.
Are they ever going to pull the plug on Fire Emblem Heroes?
Yeah, probably not. I mean, they're coming out with more Fire Emblem games. They can add, basically all the characters from the new Fire Emblem games, and
we're really gonna let Fire Emblem Heroes come out and flourish. We're not gonna let Mario Kart Tour flourish. Come on, y'all, it's fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah, all they had to do with Mario Kart Tour was add in a controller option.
What I think they should do is they should kind of leave Mario Kart Tour like Mario Run, where it's it doesn't get any new content, but it still exists. Fucking two Mario Run's actually pretty good. Now, if you sit there... No, I'm good. If you actually sit there and you play through Mario Run, it's not a bad game. I mean, I like the concept, and it works. But I mean, I don't know. It kind of sucks that all these Nintendo mobile games got the plug pulled.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that have been getting canceled recently.
Literally all of them have been canceled, bro. The fuck you talking about? The only Nintendo games that still exist on mobile are Mario Kart Tour, Mario Run, Fire Emblem Heroes, and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. The other ones are fucking dead.
Oh god, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. I'm surprised that one isn't gone yet.
Sucks. I don't know how anyone could like that game. That fucking Animal Crossing Pocket Camp should have gotten the boot before fucking Dragalia Lost, bro. I loved Dragalia Lost. That game was fucking fire.
That game actually looked kind of good, but I guess I'm never going to be able to play it now.
That game was fucking beautiful. I don't care what anyone says. That game was good.
But with the advent of them surprising us with the 2 extra characters on the in this DLC, you think they're gonna add in more character slots with the update, or you think we're done?
I don't know. I mean, I just hope if they ever do add more characters, we don't have to pay an additional. At this point, y'all just need to make a fucking Mario Kart 9 already.